Hey guys, welcome back. Shock here for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Today I'm bringing for you guys my water deck for the 2021 December format. So this water deck, fish deck, I think I posted a while ago for this deck actually, but yeah, absolutely love the deck. We're playing water control, so we're playing like Gozen Match and stuff like that. If that's something you guys are interested in, super excited for the new Kraken cards to come out. If you guys are excited for that, just like I am, please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support that you guys have given me, and I will keep on bringing out more content for you guys for like rogue decks and meta decks. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the profile and what card choices I have. I'm gonna get straight into it without further ado. So first off, we are playing, of course, your three Butaniful Princess and your three Buzzsaw Shark. These are the absolute best cards in the deck. They are the one card starters. Really strong. Buzzsaw Shark, really underrated, honestly, being a level 4 tour guided card. And it has a lot of cool potential targets that it can search from the deck as well. So yeah, super underrated, but extremely powerful card. So we play 3 and 3 of that. And then for the rest of the sharks, we're playing 2 Lantern Sharks and 1 Right Hand Shark. So the 2 Lantern Sharks are in here because if you draw your Butaniful Princess plus a Buzzsaw Shark, you can go Butaniful Princess effect to banish itself from the field to special summon out the Lantern Shark from deck. Lantern Shark's gonna special summon your Buzzsaw Shark from hand, and then you have an extra extender. So essentially, Lantern Shark lets Butaniful Princess not clog. And the other big thing too is that I really do think that Lantern Shark pretty much clogs with Butaniful Princess though, which is kind of unfortunate. So I think playing 2 copies of it's fine. The 1 German Right Hand Shark. The reason why we play this card, you can play the other, I think it's like the Lifeless Leech card, or I can't remember what the heck it's called, but basically it lets you Foolish Burial from deck to grave on summon, and then it lets you draw a card. I think if you shuffle back 3 water monsters from grave, which is a pretty cool effect. I like that card. I like this card too. Both kind of have their ups and downs, but Right Hand Shark's really nice because it can special summon itself from the graveyard as follow-up if you control no monsters, and it also lets any of your water, I think any of your XZs, to be not destructible by battle. So really nice for Zeus material, and it's nice to kind of keep this card in circulation. So that's it for the sharks. And then we're playing for the water extenders. I think this is pretty standard, like everybody's playing these. The 3 Anglers and the 3, I can't even say this, I'm gonna go for it, the Shanatha. So really strong. Obviously this is Photon Thrasher, and then that card just special summons from your hand, but you can't special summon cards from your hand for the rest of the turn, which is fine because, you know, you usually summon that card last out of your hand. So that's it for the waters, it's just 15. For the hand traps, we're playing 3 Effect Failure. So Effect Failure is a really nice card this format. I don't think it's super overpowered, but I don't think it's super underpowered either. It's a nice middle road. You could easily substitute this for Ash Blossom. Personally, I'm just sticking with the Effect Failure right now. I do like Effect Failure. I think it has a little bit more impact in the main deck versus something like an Ash Blossom. So overall, I really do like the Effect Failure, and I'm going to keep on going with it. On to the spells. We're playing Triple Pot of Desires. Some people might not agree with it, and I don't necessarily disagree with you. Pot of Desires at 3, I think in this deck is nice because you want to be able to see as many of your combo pieces as possible, and +1s are really nice. Now, at the end of the day, I think this deck grinds quite a bit more than you might think, so maybe playing 3 Pot of Desires is a little bit too much, and you want to have more access to your deck, so you might just want to play the 2 copies, and then you could just play 1 other Disruption or 1 other water monster, however you want to do it. But overall, I really do like Pot of Desires in the deck. 3 or 2, it's up to you. I like 3. We're playing 3 of one of the best brand new cards. This card is called White Mirror, and it's basically Monster Reborn, and whatever you Monster Reborn with it for fish monsters, you're able to search that monster from deck, which is absolutely nuts. So a really good example of this is after your combo, you usually have a Buzzsaw Shark and Grave. you go ahead and use White Mirror to bring back the Buzzsaw Shark, and then you add a Buzzsaw Shark from deck to hand, and then you can use Buzzsaw Shark's effect to summon from deck. So absolutely nuts. Super good follow-up. It's kind of also another good reason why you play the 2 Lantern Shark as well. Lantern Shark is really good because when you use White Mirror, you can then bring back 1 Lantern Shark, search the other one, and then Lantern Shark's going to trigger to summon the other one from hand. And then finally, your Silent Angler also has a really good interaction with that card as well. You bring back the Silent Angler, search another copy of it, and then special it from your hand for free. Basically, this card is usually a free rank 4, and I guess I can show you guys a 2-card combo with it after this towards the end of the video. So yeah, pretty strong card, like it a lot, and it's also German, which is cool. Shout outs to Scott from the gaming store for getting me those, pretty cool. Then we're playing 2 Ready Fusion, 1 Instant Fusion. So I picked up these 2 Ready Fusion recently. I really love this card. One of the main reasons why I'm playing this deck, to be honest with you. Ready Fusion is just super cool. I love the fact that you can just summon a monster for free. One of my favorite general extender cards, the Instant Fusion and the Ready Fusions, are super cool. And I love how the cards are designed. Super cool to look at, and they're very powerful. And then the last spell of the deck is the one Called by the Grave, because you want your combos to go through. On to the traps. We are playing 3 Infinite Impermanence. You don't have to play Infinite Impermanence, but I like it. It's just a 4th, 5th, and 6th copy of Effect Veiler, but it card also acts as a Forbidden Chalice as well. So overall, I like it quite a bit. Again, I think Ash might be fine, but I think overall the 6 copies of Effect Negations like the best against Sword Soul, which is really what I kind of built this deck to beat. So yeah, it's one of the only decks right now that's affected by hand traps. All the other decks I feel like can play through a lot, so might as well just play the good hand traps versus Sword Souls, and then just play a bunch of trap cards for the other decks. 3 goes in match. Speaking of trap cards, this card's absolutely nuts. If you draw this card, you have a pretty high chance of winning. Not a lot of decks are playing spell and trap card removal right now, and if you can summon your Kraken along with this card, it's super impressive. Makes all of their monsters water, which means they normally can't probably summon anything. It works the same way as Zombie World does with the Zombie World combo with your Zombie World support and Rivalry of Warlord. So goes in match is absolutely nuts. Then you're playing 3 Solemn Strike and 3 Torrential Tribute to round off the trap lineup. Both just super high impact trap cards. You want to play as many high impact trap cards as you can, I think, and then just play your high impact going second cards in the side for when they force you to go second, like Dark Ruler No More and Gamma Seal and whatever. So yeah, so that's it for the main. Not going to go through a side today, but we are going to go through the extra deck, and I guess I could show a short combo video. Getting onto the water monsters, you're playing 1 of each of the new Kraken monsters. So I didn't really want to play more than 1 of each of these, but I think 1 is fine. So the main one, this one, so it can, during the main phase, and this isn't a detach effect, it can destroy 1 water monster on the field, and then burn your opponent for, I believe, half the attack points of that monster, and it's non-targeting destruction. And what's so nice about this card is that not only can it do that, it can also turn all your opponent's monsters to water attribute, which is so good with Gozen, like I was saying before. And finally, its other effect is if this card is destroyed by card effect, you can summon any amount of these cards from your deck, from your extra deck, up to the number of materials this guy had. So you could play 2 of this, but I think it's a brick. Basically, you just play this to bring it back, and then it'll attach a material to itself. And then you can usually make a Zeus. That's usually the play I do, is use this to pop a monster and then maybe like attack. And then I'll use this after this is destroyed, summon it back and make a Zeus. Overall, really good engine. I absolutely love it. Then you're getting onto your main other cards you're playing, which is your 3 Bahamut Shark and your 3 Totally Awesome. Without this engine, I don't think this deck would be as good as it is, but the fact that this deck can easily play around Nibiru is absolutely nuts. Completely turns off that card, and just so many hand traps. It just makes this deck so powerful. And then Totally Awesome, not only can it steal your opponent's cards, but then it also revives recycles your water cards back to your hand, which means this deck has so much longevity and so much recursion. We're playing the 1 Abyss Dweller because this card boosts all your water monsters' attack up sky high, and why wouldn't you play it? It's also really good against graveyard decks, of course. And then 2 copies of Zeus. So I did own the Utopic cards, the Utopic Draco Future, and the F-Zero other card as well, but I decided to actually get rid of those. So obviously a really strong card, a really strong combo, but I think overall this deck doesn't really need to make massive boards to win. I think there are a lot better decks out there right now that can do what Sharks wanted to do, but better. But I think where this deck really shines is the fact that you can use Bahamut Shark to get a Toad, attack with a Toad, and then overlay the Bahamut Shark with a Zeus and end on your opponent's turn after like a follow-up play with a Zeus and a Toad. And the fact that it could do it twice in one duel is absolutely ridiculous. Imagine starting a duel with like maybe a Kraken and a Bahamut Shark, and then your opponent trades back with you, and then you trade back with your opponent doing the aforementioned play, a Bahamut Shark and a Toad, and then put the Zeus on top of the Bahamut Shark, and then doing that play again. It's just so much recurability and so much power. I don't think any deck could outlast that as long as you don't get OTK'd, which isn't super likely. And then we're playing 2 fusion targets. One of the Poisson Rare, which is the rare fish, very cool French rare fish, and then the one, I think this is Muddy Dragon, I believe is what this card is, but pretty cool. It helps you protect you against effect failure, which I think is a pretty popular card right now, and it's the best instant fusion target we got. So the one of each of these, you could play just 2 rare fish, but I think it would be a waste to not play this card since it's pretty versatile actually in what it can do. And don't forget that rare fish is also a fish type monster, a Poisson monster, so you can also bring it back with your Monster Reborn card as well. And Instant Fusion, I believe, also successfully summons that card like properly, so it's fine. Final 2 cards of the deck are the 2 Nightmare cards. I know this might seem a little weird, you don't see a lot of fish decks right now playing Nightmare cards, but talking about Pot of Desires, I really think that the Nightmare engine is extremely good for this deck. I think that a lot of times Toad is going to get your opponent's own monsters, and you want to get rid of them and get value out of them. And I also feel like you're going to get like random monsters in your hand that you just don't need with all the recyclability that you have. So Phoenix and Unicorn are a really good way to get those cards off the field to make space for your XYZ monsters. And then they're a really good way to like push before you make your XYZ summons, and then are really good to get cards out of your hand or make use of cards out of your hand, like extra Pot of Desires that you don't want to use after you use the first one. So yeah, overall, I absolutely love the addition of these cards, so highly recommend playing the Nightmare cards. But yeah, let's get into a 1-2 card combo here. I don't know if people really do this 2-card combo, but I think it's super cool. So let's just do it with these 2 cards. So the Beautiful Princess and the White Mirror. So what you're going to do is normal summon your Beautiful Princess. We're going to banish it. And then we're going to get our Buzzsaw Shark. We're going to normal special summon our Buzzsaw Shark. Use its effect. Of course, the White Mirror is in our hand. We're going to use Buzzsaw Shark's effect. And a lot of times, I really like, if it wasn't this 2-card combo, I would get the Righty Shark because you can overlay this, make it into a Bahamut, and then Bahamut can't be destroyed by battle. You detach the Buzzsaw Shark, get the Toad. So you got a Bahamut Shark that can't be destroyed by battle, and the Buzzsaw Shark. And the Toad. And then the Toad is going to get back the Buzzsaw Shark. And if they didn't get rid of the Bahamut, which so many people overlay over the Bahamut or get rid of it or make the Draco card with it, which is fine. But the thing is like Bahamut's just like another +1 or +2 every time you resolve it. So I don't know why people aren't like keeping that card on the field. But anyways, then this card can be revived from the graveyard during your next turn. Or if Bahamut Shark lives, you can special summon the Toad. You get even more advantage. You have the Buzzsaw Shark in hand, another rank 4 at least. It snowballs so quickly. But yeah, so anyways, this is the actual play. So you can get this, the Angler. It doesn't matter if you get the Angler or actually the Lantern, I believe, in this case. But yeah, it might actually be better actually to get the Lantern, because if you get the Lantern, then you at least get them out of your deck, and you really don't want to draw them. You'd rather want to draw the Silent Angler. But anyways, so yeah, get the Lantern, and then after you get the Lantern, you go ahead and overlay these into your Bahamut Shark, and then Bahamut Shark is going to detach your Lantern to get a Toad. So Lantern's in the graveyard. We can just put it over here for now so you know it's in the graveyard. And then the Toad, awesome, right here. And then you're going to use your White Mirror effect. So we're going to just swap the places of the Lantern and the White Mirror. So summon the Lantern, and then we're going to use the White Mirror second effect to resolve and search to get the Lantern. And then Lantern's effect is going to summon the next Lantern, and then you can overlay. Obviously, you don't have to do this play. I like this play because it's 2 cards to get a plus, what is it? I guess here, I mean, we'll technically see. It's a +1, but with the Toad that you already resolved, it's insane. So you could go with the double Bahamut Shark, double Toad. I think that's pretty good, because technically that's a +2, which is really strong. But the Toad is like technically like a +2 on its own, because it's a negate and a negate of a card, so a 1-for-1 trade. You get your opponent's card, which is a +1, and then you also get a water monster back, which is another +1. So Toad is just ridiculous to resolve. But I really like making this along with the Toad a lot of the times, especially with something like a Gozen Match. So or a Torrential Tribute, or even a Solemn Strike. I think sometimes with Solemn Strike you want to have the double Bahamut Shark though. But anyways, that'll do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and can see the potential of what this deck can do and how it can grind. But yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Let me know if you guys want to see any other profiles. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.